Hey. Look, they say good days are coming soon, I'm just tired of waiting. And tears falling in my prayers, I've been crying for patience. I'm scarred, I gotta live the rest of my life with abrasions. You can't convince me that time isn't wasting. I feel like Hamilton the way I've been writing these pages. So you can call me, but you best be on time with the payments. So you can turn this off if you don't like what I'm saying. Or if these lines are too basic, just know my life getting crazy. Times is getting harder, that could really spark an artist. And I ain't giving up for nothing, I just try my hardest. I say a prayer for the ones departed. A cold world, I just want to show how pure my heart is. But I see the comments, stories going around about the kid, but I'm so timeless, bad energy can't get to me. I'm the reason why we like this, allegedly. But once I see the best from you, that's when you get the best from me. I'm here for your elevation, success ain't a destination. Ain't looking for reparations, ain't looking for no type of savings. Stack up the rest of my savings, can't get no rest in the basement. Can't even lie to you, baby, time that we spent was amazing. And I ain't trying to replace you, for you my mind is still racing. I lost a step, but I'm coming back. I used to put my heart all on display, but I'm done with that. Tired of these bonds that pop easier than bubble wrap. In my notes, like a group of sick, you see a bunch of rap. In the studio, I box the beat is just a punching bag. And for the guys, let them know I love them back. For all of y'all endeavors, I wish you good luck on that. Shout out Q for the beat. This one a groove for the streets. You say you down with me, baby, but you gotta prove it to me.
Okay. Yo.
Yo.
We are back. We are live right now. Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Talk about the latest in hoops, which means WNBA and NBA. And later on, we're going to talk about a little bit of the World Cup. John has a little grind my gears segment he wants to talk about right quick at the end of the show. So make sure you tune in.
Honestly, this whole show, Bill, no offense, playoffs starting, John's getting feisty. No NBA player picked the Knicks to win anything? Are we serious? Is there jealousy in the air? There might be. I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
Hey. Yeah, because I think someone picked the Hawks, but no one picked the Knicks.
No one picked the Knicks. Okay, that's fine. Pick the Hawks. Do you. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it
But
is.
right side, I'm pretty sure the Knicks players picked the Knicks.
That's what I'm saying. We believe in ourselves.
That's all you need. Cause I saw that thing too, and it was you can't vote for your own team. So
yeah, that was the disclaimer of it. I was like, oh damn.
Maybe people don't like the Knicks. That's fair, but
I mean they're jealous. There's been too much talk around the league. I don't know. It is what it is. It's good. I mean, it's good for them. It is what it is. Maybe we gotta go prove it. Let's get it.
Hey, yeah. If you don't like something, prove it.
I hear you.
That's all you gotta do. Win solves everything.
Sure.
So we're live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Also, if you're listening to the playback on audio, thank you. We do have the audio platforms of Spotify for podcasters, Google Podcasts, and Apple Music, as well as if you want to stay up to date with everything, feel free to follow our socials on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and others. So, hey, we have a lot to talk about WNBA, NBA, and World Cup thing. So, John, how are we doing today before we get into everything? And also, Elijah will be joining us very shortly.
I know. I'm excited for Elijah to join us, but we're doing pretty good. Had the pool tournament yesterday. It was successful. Decent amount of people came out. Got done with it really early, too, which was good. So a lot of people played pool afterwards. Yeah, overall doing really good. How you doing, Phil?
Pretty good. NBA playoffs is around the corner. WNBA free agency and the draft is just passed as well. So, yeah.
And NHL playoffs. I know we barely talk about it, but I'm just saying I'm excited to see the clash of the two. Normally, I would say playoff time. I'm not trying to give too much compliments to basketball, but it's a little bit more exciting. You never know, just following wise. But, I mean, these NHL series have also been very popular and very, back and forth. You know what I mean? They haven't been blowout series. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there too. But, yeah, I'm excited to get into basketball. What do you want to get into first, WNBA?
Yep, let's talk about the latest in the WNBA. First up, we're going to talk about, let's see.
The draft or the free agency?
We can do a little bit of free agency talk since I already have the draft graphics. How do you feel about the Liberty grabbing Satu Sabali after?
Very happy about that. Putting together a super team here in New York again. I love to see it. I think our bench is also very good. I think they're Is Cloud still on the Liberty?
She
Okay,
was
cool.
on the expansion draft.
She's just on the bench, right? She's gonna come off the bench. She's gonna put in mad points. All right, I love it. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how all these stars clash, as we saw with the Heat in 2012. They sometimes are struggling things to do it. Philippine lands. Ooh, hello. Let us know what sports teams you like. We can comment on them. We'd love to talk about it. If you're going to the World Cup, let us know. You know what I mean? Let us know what your thoughts on it. We're going to be talking that a little later. But, yeah, no, I'm very excited, Phil. I'm very excited. How did Seattle do in free agency?
They lost 4 players. So,
okay. Well,
Nneka Ogwumike.
Sure.
They lost what did they lose? They lost a lot of starters. So, yeah, Nneka Ogwumike, they lost.
Well, after looking at the draft, it looks like they're turning a new page here. So it's going to be interesting. And, I mean, we kind of talked about that a little bit in the WNBA chat here and there.
We also got a hello from New Jersey, USA.
Oh, hello. What's up, Chris? How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you, homie. Yeah, basically, I don't know. I think they're going to turn the page with a younger crowd. And, I mean, we've talked about it. I think it's going to be a year or two before some of these rookies really get a feel for the W, because there's only 32 games within the season before the playoffs. So it's like I'm excited to see what happens, but at the same time, I'm taking everything with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they lost like 4 key players, which was very.
I like their ads. Though. I know we're waiting on it yet, but I really like their ads for the
draft.
I
love the draft they had.
Yeah, so it's just
also free agency talk. The Las Vegas Aces, they added Kennedy Carter.
I saw that.
Year. So yes, someone who's known to be a defensive menace and can also hoop. She was overseas for the last, I think, year or so. But yeah, adding her after losing some players as well, I think that's a great add, especially if you're going against a Caitlin Clark, who she has history with, and to help combat the super team in New York. So
well, and I also think Asia Wilson is she's a veteran that, I mean, let's say Kennedy Carter has struggled when she went and played overseas. Now she comes back to the W, and I think realistically, that veteran help's really going to help her. I think I like the coach of the Aces. It's she used to coach in San Antonio, and now she coaches for the Aces. What's her name? Becky Hammond. She's former Liberty. Apologies, but yeah, no, I really like how her coach mentality is and how she brings up younger players. So it's going to be interesting to see how Kennedy does there. I don't know if they'll exactly dive into that Caitlin Clark thing. I think Raven Johnson going to the Indiana Fever, I think that's going to draw alarm bells, you know what I mean, for a lot of these defenders personally, because I mean, she's also a great playmaker. I thought that was a great draft pick. I know we're not talking about it yet, but I'm just saying, I cannot wait for this summer. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Also, before we get into the draft talk, probably the biggest move of the free agency / offseason so far, Angel Reese. Yeah, the Chicago Sky has made the trade of sending Angel Reese to Atlanta for, I believe, it was a 2028 second rounder. And
was it a player or?
It was a player. I forgot which one. Let me check.
Okay. Well, I mean, this is a good investment for Atlanta. Angel Reese is somebody who's young, vibrant, can work within a system, but I think she's a piece. I don't know if she's the main piece. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, to be fair, I think especially in the W, it's really going to come down to strength of team. So, I mean, you got New York, it's stacked. You know what I mean? You got Vegas, still a strong team. You got the Sparks, strong team. You got Seattle, very young, but I don't discount young teams, Phil. So it's Chicago is on the up and up. I really like what they've been doing. It's gotten interesting. Plus, some of these expansion drafts we saw last year with the Valkyries, they went off. So they might go off again this year. It's going to be interesting to see how these new teams come into the fold and how, you know, some of the chemistry problems. If people don't play well together, they won't get saved for the next expansion.
True. Also, it's 2 picks. It wasn't for a player, just picks.
Oh, it was just picks? It was 2 picks?
2 first rounders and a second round swap.
Got you. My bad. The second round swap is what we got mixed up, because why do you swap second round picks? I mean, it makes sense, but it doesn't.
Yeah, but I mean, for Atlanta, you lose Brittany Griner to free agency. So Angel Reese and Brianna Jones could be a nice big woman duo.
Where did she sign? Griner?
She signed to Connecticut / Houston.
Gotcha.
So
for that new expansion. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, with with how they played last year, Alicia Gray, they have a pretty solid.
Is she from Texas? Because she went to Baylor.
Who?
Brittany Griner.
I know she went to Baylor. I don't know if she's from Texas.
I'm about to look that up. She might be. That might be a homecoming for her, which might be a spotlight to just keep an eye on. You know what I mean? I know she's an older player, but it's that's an interesting point. I can't. Baylor's close to use. I don't mean to be like that. I think they're gonna get a lot of fans. It's gonna be interesting.
True. And on the other side of things, the Chicago Sky. Obviously, I was very critical about them and how they were during the Angel Reese era, but in this new era post her, they signed Dejanay Carrington, Skylar Diggins. They drafted Gabriela Jaquez, traded for J.C. Sheldon.
Really good.
They re-signed Courtney Vanceloot. They got Rakia Jackson. They also signed Ozra Stevens. So yeah, they were definitely having a great offseason for them.
To be fair, your point before the draft and majority of free agency when Angel Reese got moved, she got moved very early for an investment. You know what I mean? Like 2 firsts and a second swap. You know what I mean? It's just that's a lot to give up for a good young player. You know what I mean? They could have kept Angel Reese. And they decided to, I mean, maybe Atlanta just decided they really needed her because Brittany Griner left. But
true.
I don't know. I'm excited for everybody's moves.
True.
You want to get into the draft now, or are we still waiting for lunch?
We can pull up to the draft. I'm gonna put it on the screen. We're basically gonna go over like some of the picks, not every single pick, because obviously there's 3 rounds. So,
let's talk about AZ Fudd real quick for a second. I know she was the first overall pick. Of course, we're going to talk about her, but even if she didn't go first overall, she had the opportunity going second to Minnesota, where she's from, right? And if not that, she had the chance to go to Seattle. She wouldn't have dropped past 4. Let's not get silly here, but I'm happy she rejoins with Paige Beckers, her UConn teammate. It's going to be an interesting. That's going to be an interesting team to see what they do.
Yep. Plus, I like the duo of Paige and AZ because it's worked in the past. They've won championships together.
Well, I mean, Steph and Clay. You know what I mean? Like when you get a duo that works together, I mean, you don't break it up. I mean, D Wade and LeBron. You know what I mean?
They broke up. So
I mean, they did break up, but they got back together again.
Yeah.
And then technically they won that year. So D Wade, I think, doesn't he have a Cleveland ring or no? He wasn't on that team. I feel like he was for like a hot second. That was the next year. Damn, my bad.
Yeah, he got traded halfway through.
But still, he would have, in a sense, if they won again. You know what I mean?
But for Dallas, because now they have AZ, Paige, and Enrique. So I don't know how
that's a stacked line.
Work. But yeah, well, I do like it. They have back-to-back first rounders, so hopefully they can make things work. But I don't know. I thought Enrique was going to be gone because she voiced her frustrations about not wanting to stay in Dallas, but then re-signs in Dallas. So that was confusion there. But
how much did she re-sign for? They threw the max at her?
I don't think they threw the max at her, but
I mean, like, she's getting paid significantly more now with the new deal.
Yes, everyone is. Yeah.
I don't mean to be like. I'm just saying, like one of like people like one of the things that we haven't reported on as much. The WNBA has a new collective bargaining agreement, and like let's just use the example of the draft. Last year, Paige Beckers was getting paid $70,000, right, for the first year. Guess how much AZ Fudd's going to get paid with the new extension? Yep, $500K. Insane. I'm just saying, as a rookie deal, as the number 1 overall pick, that is insane. But let's get it. Also, Bill, I don't mean to stop you, and I know we're going to go through more of these players in the draft, but I heard, hear me out, and I didn't put this in the chat because I didn't want to fight about it with Javi, but what if the W – what if the W makes a one and done rule?
I saw that they're talking about that.
I am fully against it. I am fully against the one and done rule just because, well, maybe not if they limit NIL. Like if you don't allow them to make money, I understand the need to go to the pros. But if NIL is still NIL the way it is now, why would you leave college without getting a degree? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense from a financial standpoint because you're still making money in college and also getting a degree and then becoming pro. Do you know what I mean? And on top of it, the league's going to do nothing but grow when you're in college. You know what I mean? They're already adding 3 teams. Like, imagine what's going to look like in the next 5 years. Might be completely different.
Yeah,
might be more teams. Might be more games.
What is it? A full 4 years? If you're a U.S. player and international, you could be a 1 year.
It's 4 years after you graduate high school, or you had to graduated. Like if you could graduate early, you could do 3, but a lot of people you have to disallow your other years. Like you have to give up your other years. You can't. They're not eligible anymore once you enter the draft as an American player. As a European player, though, there's no such restriction.
Yeah, 1 year, one and done. You do whatever you want for things.
Well, technically, that rule was made because at the time, at least within like the United States, the league wasn't exactly, I would say, massively stable. Like they wanted European players, you know what I mean? Because basically they turn pro by 18 in Europe because they go to school and they go to college and it's completely different. But I mean, for like US born players, if you're not going to turn pro until 22, get that college degree. Why not make it a requirement? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Plus, speaking of the international role, the Seattle Storm, they got Awa Fam Thiem to match with Dominic Malunga. So that's going to be a great duo for the paint. And they're both young. So, yeah, they're both one and done players. So it's interesting to see how.
Wait, the other Seattle player is one and done too?
Yep. She was.
And then what's the third one? Is she from college? The tiny, or I'm saying her name completely wrong. Tina Mari?
Because I know they drafted 3 players in the first round.
Yeah, that's what I mean. She's the 14th pick. Who's that?
I think that might be one of the U.S. players.
Okay, cool. That's all I was asking.
Yeah, so, also, Olivia Miles, shout out to her. The Lynx, they get a phenomenal guard who can do it all, defense and offense. So great pick for someone to match up with Nafisa Collier when she's healthy. And also the Mystics, they had the best draft of the night. They got a lot of great young talent. Lauren Best is just the first of
I disagree. I don't mean to be like that. I think Seattle, depending on how Flau'jae turns out. That was so. I am so annoyed with the Valkyries. I don't understand how you give up Flau'jae.
Yep,
it's that is mind boggling to me. I don't mean to be like that.
Yeah, so I think Flau'jae and Marta Suarez, they trade spots for Golden State and Seattle. So yeah, I'm happy. You get 2 top 10 picks and Flau'jae Johnson, who a lot of people believe slid in this draft. So yeah, I'm excited. So not only did have Dominic Malunga,
he's a very good guard,
international big, and you have Flau'jae, and you also they signed Natasha Hedeman in one of the stud buds in free agency. So yeah,
I'm telling you, give Seattle the first year off because they're all rookies. But second, third year, by the third year, maybe we call it the Wembanyama effect by now because he's just going off in the NBA. You know what I mean? Third year, doing really well. He's in the MVP conversation, which is, I mean, whatever with that. But like, it's just, I'm really excited to see how these rookies are going to progress. And what do you think about Gabrielle Jaquez from that's going to the Sky?
Oh, Jaime Jaquez's sister.
Jaime Jaquez's sister, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're getting a good player. They already has built a pretty decent roster with their free agency, and she was a very, very key, vital part of the UCLA. So, yeah. Also, congrats to UCLA. All 6 of their seniors got drafted. So, congrats to them.
Yeah, that is something to really tip your hat to. Any other picks you want to go over? Or
for honestly, Raven Johnson, like you mentioned, for the Indiana Fever.
Mm-hmm.
They need defense, and she's definitely someone if you want to have defense for the team. But yet, obviously, people are going to point out to that one moment in college where Caitlin Clark waved off Raven Johnson in a college game because you know how social media doesn't forget.
Yeah, but did you see the Candace Parker, Aaliyah Boston podcast?
Yeah, they said because like Aaliyah Boston said, online fans have more beef than actual players.
That's when she said that, I was like, oh, they're gonna gel really well. I was like, oh, Caitlin Clark's really gonna love this player, Raven Johnson, because like South Carolina, they produce hard players, and to play against them, it's almost a compliment, is it not?
Yeah, Don Staley had the highest regard for Raven Johnson, said she's gonna miss her the most.
So it's going to be interesting to see how they mesh, and I think she's very excited to join that team. And I think realistically, even though the Fever picked at 10, this is a great pick. You know,
what I mean? At Boston as well, South Carolina.
I think that chemistry is going to be there, and I mean, Kiki Rice is the first Portland player, right? Drafted at 6.
Toronto Tempo.
Oh, sorry.
The Portland Fire pick was the next one right after Iana.
Why would you? Okay, got you. That looks like a PT, but all right.
Oh
That's
yes,
a PT.
yeah, Toronto Tempo. Yeah, and apparently Marina Mabry's on that team. And they also just picked up her sister, Dara
Okay.
Mabry. So
Interesting.
they also had some solid moves as well in the offseason. So yeah, the expansion teams are looking decent.
We'll have to keep our eyes on those expansion teams. But 6 and 7 were the first two. Okay, pretty good. Pretty good.
Yep. Who else?
Is there anybody on the next page?
Atlanta Dream picked up South Carolina big Medina Okot.
Okay.
So now you have Angel Reese, you have Brianna Jones, and now you have Medina Okot as well. So
that's good. So maybe it's like a tryout in Atlanta. Who's going to be their bigs? Because I still think they need some more depth, at least in the guard position. But it is what it is.
Yep. Also, Taina Mayer. Oh, she went to Duke.
Okay, she went to Duke. Got you.
And also, fun fact, she's from Boston.
Interesting. Okay, congrats.
Even better.
She's like, I'm getting a Taina Mayer jersey. Well, we'll see how she plays. But yeah, let's get it.
So round 2, just some quick fire offs. Martina Suarez, the one that got drafted by the Storm, got traded to Golden State.
Sure.
Tanaya Latson from South Carolina. I think she fell in this draft. A lot of people are having her top 10, top 12. So let's see, Kiwi. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me go back. I could go back to her real quick.
We can talk about Kiwi. My bad.
Let's see, hold on, Kiwi. Wait, hold on. Where is she? I just saw her somewhere. Kiwi. Oh, right here. Sorry, Charlie's. Yeah, I mean the Sun, UCLA. Yeah, the UCLA seniors. They had a pretty great tournament. I think in the final game of the season, they all contributed points. So yeah, plus Connecticut's moving to Houston, so they're probably going to be under the radar. So they just got to build up. So
I don't know how I feel about 2 teams in Texas.
NBA has it. Why not?
Because there's no teams in Boston. Phil, you should be outraged. You should be so mad right now. You should be like, nobody's representing my 5 states. No offense, New England, but it is what it is.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe they can get someone back there.
I really do think they need an expansion draft in Boston, and I think it's insane that we haven't tapped into that market yet. That's all I'm trying to say.
True. Also, Golden State Valkyries picked up Ashlyn Jackson from Duke.
It's a pretty good pickup.
Oh yeah, 18. Yep. Oh, you're welcome. Let's see. Also, Janiyah Barker, Tennessee. She got off to the Aces. Baylor girl, Dariana Little Page Bugs. So the Mystics, the Mystics were just grabbing a great amount of assets. Cassandra Prosper, Bugs. Yeah, they were having a field day with
and I'm excited for all these players, 16 through 30. But these are some players that are gonna have to grind and really try to make the team. It's hard to make the team as a 2nd round pick. I'm just saying in the W. There's limited roster spots, and you got the 3rd round too. It's going to be interesting how they do this.
Also, I'm happy Rory Harmon got selected. She had a decent tourney with Madison Booker.
She did.
But also, I don't know if you remember who. What's her name? Reagan Beers, one of the big from I think Oklahoma or
okay
with Connecticut, I think. Because she didn't get drafted, but she didn't sign in Connecticut. Where is she?
By the way, Phil, why is her name slipping my mind? But
yep.
Who's the girl that Audie Crooks? Audie Crooks is still in the portal.
Yeah. Oh, she didn't sign officially.
She didn't sign officially yet. They've been asking about her, and she was like, "I'm still looking for a home." I was like, "What?" So
I thought maybe LSU or someone would pick her up by now.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe she'll go to South Carolina. Maybe she won't. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think she has offers from other people. It just
So I'm also happy with the Seattle Storm grabbing Grace Van Sleuven from Michigan State. Nice scorer there. Anyone else that sticks out for me from this list from round 3?
Honestly, weirdly enough, I'm also very interested in a lot of these international players that I haven't seen play.
Yep.
Like we got a player from China, Japan, Australia, Hungary, Utah, foreign. I'm joking. But no, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. I really am excited and hopeful that more of these international players come to the W, and that's probably what I'm most interested in the 3rd round. I think soon we're gonna see some breakout stars. I think we're gonna see a Jokic soon. I know that's weird to say. That's a weird prediction, but we're going to see someone in the second or third round make a team and then become a focal point of that team.
Yeah.
Also,
Also,
I think it'll be an international player, personally.
next year we get the Juju Watkins draft.
I know, facts.
Juju Watkins as a hooker.
And I mean, I can't wait for Juju. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like it's like I'm interested in some of this international talent because I mean the W was struggling with that for a little bit, and if we can get some of these young like international talent players to come over here, I mean, you make the W probably one of the best leagues in the world soon. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
So hey, that is our WNBA talk. Let's get into some NBA talk. Now we're going to do a quick recap of the season. Nothing too big, just 2 or 3 good surprises, 2 or 3 bad surprises. Player or team. Let's start off with the bad. Let's get the bad out the way. I'll go first. Orlando Magic. Yeah. Paulo Banchero has been struggling. They've been struggling. They're picked to be, including for myself, like a top 3 or 4 team in the East. And they are looking at right now a play-in game against the Hornets. If they lose, they don't sniff the playoffs. If they get in, it'd be the 8th seed and face off against the Detroit Pistons. So, yeah, this was a moment for a lot of East teams this year, especially with injuries, to take advantage. And they were dealing with injuries themselves, of course, but they just couldn't capitalize. Paulo Banchero has been criticized about his offensive capabilities, especially his jump shots. So, yeah, it's been a very disappointing year for Orlando to me.
He's going to have to work on the game. Disappointment of the year for me. I know this is going to sound crazy. I'm going to say the Heat. I'm going to keep it in Florida. I'm going to say, I know. I'm just saying Bam hitting 83 points. Yes, that was a beautiful market on the year, but they lost in the play-in, right?
Yep, they got eliminated by the Hornets.
Yeah, so to get eliminated by the Hornets, I don't care about, I mean, we'll talk about that little pull of the leg later. It is what it is. I just want to hear your opinion on it. But realistically, they need to blow up that franchise. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like that. I think them and Milwaukee are probably my 2 biggest disappointments of the year. If we're talking about Eastern contention, you know what I mean? And we're talking about, I think ever since Halliburton and Tatum got hurt last year, everyone said the East was wide open. So they said it was the Knicks this year, but realistically, it's everybody's year. Jaylen Brown showed it why it was his year. You know what I mean? Like it's who's going to step up, who's going to be the team. And realistically, those 2 teams who have historically been good playoff teams need to completely just wash away. I'm just saying.
Because the Heat, once again, were a play-in team for like the 3rd or 4th year in a row.
It's just Hero and Bam are not doing it. You know what I mean? Trade those assets. Sorry.
And I think what's it called? Pat Riley said, we're going to go in on an altering franchise player yet again this year. So yeah, we heard this with Dame. We heard this with Kevin Durant. We heard this with Giannis. So I'm guessing they're going to try to go after Giannis again. So just for
Giannis.
Fail, so
do they have the assets? That's the real question. They want the moon for Giannis, and that's been my biggest pet peeve with Milwaukee since day one. All right, set a price, that someone can afford. You know what I mean, and agree to it because. No offense, the thing that would make me the happiest out of anything is if Giannis walked and Milwaukee got nothing. I'm sorry. I don't mean to hate on the Milwaukee fan base like that, but it's just this trade controversy, Phil, has been going on for like 2 years. Are we right? Or a year and a half?
A year or 2. That's fair. Yeah.
It's just like I can't with Milwaukee, and they're putting their franchise in purgatory. Like they didn't even get a number 2 this year for Giannis. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think it's tanking on purpose or?
Honestly, because they did relieve Doc Rivers of his coaching duties. I think they departed, but he will be keeping a front office job at the Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh, see, that's where it's like, what are we doing here? What? You just fired your coach. Just let him go. It is what it is. No, you can have this nice cushy job.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I do believe it was time for Doc Rivers to go because Giannis has made the playoffs even with a bad team for most of his career. So him missing the playoffs this year and getting eliminated, not even a play-in appearance is insane. So,
well, to be fair, even like maybe Doc goes to the Brad Stevens route and maybe he does bring in a couple pieces to go help Milwaukee. But I think it all starts once you trade Giannis because I don't think he really wants to be there. I mean, he keeps signing extensions and saying he says he want to go to New York. He said he want to go to Miami. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm over with the drama. Sorry.
Also, for me, the Grizzlies, I think Ja Morant as well. The John Morant drama continues, whether he's going to get traded or whether he's going to stay. And yeah, they won 25 games this year, so that was very disappointing. And John Morant played in 40 games, if I'm not mistaken. He didn't play a lot of games, but John Morant played exactly 20 games. Sorry, I apologize. So he only played a fourth of the season. So yeah, that was one of my biggest disappointments of the year.
Probably my other two that I think are gonna get better, but just bad franchise. I think the Indiana Pacers next year will be back. I think this year they were 1963, and then probably the second worst record next to the Washington Wizards, 1765. So it's just like I think the Wizards. I don't want to say tanking on purpose, but I do believe that next year they will have a brighter future than this year with Trae Young and Anthony Davis and I think realistically they've upgraded that roster, and with the rookie they'll add, it'll be a better product than what they put on the floor. But like Brooklyn, Indiana was hurt though. Indiana needs to work on their roster, but they were hurt. Brooklyn and Washington though, they really need a revival soon, because otherwise they're the main courses of tanking, and they're not even doing it good. So it just
also, I think one of the disappointments of the year was tanking, because you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Like 10 teams eliminated early. Like it almost looked like
8 teams had 55 losses or more. So yeah,
nuts.
Not good. Yeah, just the whole tanking thing. Because even though bright side NBA viewership was up from the last 24 years, I think it was like an 80-something% increase from last year. It's been the highest viewership ever since like the last 24 years. So bright side, but yeah, the tanking is still a problem. So
they've definitely improved the game in some aspects, but I don't know. We could debate on that. I don't know. I think they need to continue. Otherwise,
so now let's get into the good surprises. Since I'm gonna go with my obvious one, the Celtics. A lot of people had them winning like around 40 games this year from preseason expectations. Jaylen Brown was an MVP candidate. Jason Tatum came back after 60 games, and before the playoffs start, they are the second seed in the East and won 56 games. So, yeah, this is probably one of the biggest surprises in the East. So, also one I'm happy for. So, yeah, definitely a good surprise for me.
That is a good surprise. I did like what Boston did this year, although I wasn't that surprised. I don't mean to be like that. You paid the man $300 million. I thought he was going to go off, but I hear you. A big surprise to me this year. I know just because he stayed healthy was Wemby in San Antonio, ranked second. You know what I mean? It's. I think realistically, this team has gotten better. He's gotten better. I think face of the league has gotten better. It's very good. I know you went east. I went west first, so I would say they are probably my biggest. Probably the biggest in the West, I would say. I do hear your Celtics point, and it is a great point, because I do think a lot of people had them losing after Jason Tatum went down, although I also find those reports to be a little foolish.
And they lost like 4 starters or 4 role players, key players.
Two realistically. You had what? Kristaps Porzingis that they got rid of, and who else?
Kristaps Porzingis, Drew Holiday, Luke Cornett, and Al Horford.
We're counting Al Horford now. What are we doing here?
Did you see what he did last night?
Oh, okay. He did. Yeah, I mean, in Golden State, right? What do you do?
He got 4 for 7 from 3 and like 14 points. All of it.
He can hit a 3, no doubt, of course. But are we calling him like you need to get rid of Al Horford 2 years earlier? I don't mean to be like that. I'm happy you finally got some center depth. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh, plus I'll go with the West for this one. The Portland Trailblazers.
Okay.
Danny Advia having a great year and solidify the Trailblazers making the playoffs. I don't know and how long. He drops 40 points, 7 rebounds, and 12 assists on the Suns to set up a matchup against the, I believe, OKC Thunder. So yeah, shout out to Danny Advia. Especially shout out to Thiago Splitter. With Chauncey Billups, obviously not being able to coach on the moment because of gambling issues and investigation, Thiago Splitter took the helm and got them to an above 500 season, 42-40, I believe, and got them to the playoffs. Also, a quick update with the Chauncey Billups investigation case. Damon Jones from that case pleaded guilty.
A lot of people pleaded guilty. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know how it's going to go down, but a lot of people have so far pleaded guilty. It's going to be interesting to see how that works. I wonder who they're trying to pin it on. That's my question.
Yep. So yeah, but yeah, one of my good surprises for the West is the Blazers. So shout out to them.
I hear you. Pretty obvious. Pretty obvious. But one of my big surprises from the East would probably be the Pistons, number 1 overall seed. I didn't see that coming. I thought they were going to be good, but this team really came together. I really like what Cade did before he got injured. I really like what Jaren Duran's been doing. I really like what Asar Thompson been doing on defense. It's a solid team, and I'm excited to see how they play in the playoffs. It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Yep.
I mean, they're number 1 seed, so I mean it's
true.
It's going to be tough. They would play Cleveland in the next round, right? If everybody who was the top seed won. Okay, cool. Just wondering. So it's
1, 4, 2, 3.
It's going to be interesting to see how that happens. What happens with that? But I'd like to see them beat Cleveland. I like to see them in the Eastern. Why not? Eastern Conference Finals. Why not? That'd be cool. Actually, I really wouldn't, because I rather see Cleveland as a Knicks fan, and you rather see Cleveland as a Boston fan, right?
Honestly,
I mean,
either.
It's going to be an interesting series to see what happens. But I do think this team is young and very, very good, and they're the reason why they're the number 1 seed. You know what I mean?
True.
The Boston Celtics were nothing to sniff at. The New York Knicks were nothing to sniff at. They were very good teams, but Detroit was just better this year. It just is what it is.
True. And my final good surprise is the Toronto Raptors.
Okay.
They missed the playoffs last year, and thanks to injuries and stuff like that, they finished 46-36. Yeah, Scotty Barnes, Brandon Ingram, former Knicks, R.J. Barrett, and Emmanuel Quickly, all great pieces. So, yeah, they ended up being not only did they do better than last year because they didn't make the playoffs last year, but they jumped the play-in step and they actually got a top 6 seed. So, yeah, shout out to the Raptors.
Shout out to the Raptors.
Even though they did kind of kill my playoff bet last year. I said I was 1 year short of. I said they were going to make the playoffs last year, so I was 1 year early.
That's what's up. Even though they played in the play-in, even though I kind of think it was a dirty play, it is what it is. How you want to look at it. The Charlotte Hornets were probably another big surprise this year with their 3-point shooting with LaMelo Ball and why is he blanking? Sorry, don't mean to blank. Who's that other player?
Brandon Miller or
Concanopoulos. Thanks. Sorry. He was in the running for Rookie of the Year. He might win Rookie of the Year. We don't know. Came from Duke. He's a huge bright spot. I think realistically he had a lot to do with them taking a lot of threes, and I think Brandon Miller also played his tail off. I think the Charlotte Hornets team. It's at least inspiring that they're trying and they're a young core. You know what I mean? They shot a lot of threes this year, and
Celtics is a coach for you.
It's gonna be interesting to see what they do in the playoffs.
If they make it, they still got to beat Orlando.
They still got to beat Atlanta, but I mean, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens.
Yep. Okay, so that is our pretty much season recap of the good and bad. So let's get into our award picks since the season's almost over as well. So obviously DPOY, we know I didn't even need to do a screenshot for this one because we all know who's gonna win. Yeah, Wemby. So
okay, cool.
So
you gonna give it a Wemby? Fucking NBA.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. We know he's like a minus 5,000 to win, so we're good on that.
I mean, I don't hear me out. Don't get me wrong. I don't like some of these odds. I still think I would take a 4th or 5th guy sometime in some of these, but yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's kick off with Coach of the Year.
Okay.
Mazzulla, Bickerstaff, Mitch Johnson, Charles Lee, and Quinn Snyder.
I mean, I know where you're going, Phil, but let me just tell you, shout out to former West Virginia University alum Joe Mazzulla, killing it this year. You're a Boston Celtics, so it's hard to root for you now. But I really like his approach. I think he did have a very good year. I think JB Bickerstaff has given him a run for his money, as well as Mitch Johnson. I think that gap it should be way closer, personally, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
You do notice that the top 5 are all they're all East minus Mitch Johnson?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. That's just an interesting point. But
yeah, I think my vote is Mazzulla just because of the players that lost in the offseason and 60 games without Jason Tatum, and you managed to get the 2nd seed in the East. So
can I say this? I don't mean to be like that, and you're probably going to ignore me for saying this, but Boston had a good team last year without Jason Tatum. Like, I get you did lose some other starters, but the players that you had in place, the pieces that you added, did not take, you know what I mean? It didn't completely take away. That's the only reason I'm giving JB Bickerstaff a little bit of an edge here. That's what I'd probably take. But I'm just saying, I think for the doubters of the Boston Celtics, you're crazy and you don't watch history because they've been proving people wrong for years. Started with Larry Bird, you know what I mean? Jason Tatum won 2 years ago, right?
Yep.
They've proven the haters wrong every day. I'm just saying. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So you got JB?
Realistically, I got Mitch Johnson just because I really do hope the Spurs do something in the West. Personally,
that would be a nice sprinkle. So I mean,
yeah. But I think the gap is too big. It'd probably go JB bigger.
I agree. I think that's because the Spurs have a better record than the Pistons, so that's interesting.
It's where it's like, but like at the same time, I understand like some of the pieces you have on the Spurs are more veteran, plus Wemby. It's like,
God damn. Yeah, 6th man of the year odds. Keldon Johnson is minus 833.
I don't agree with that. I don't mean to be like, I know I just came off talking about the Spurs, but Keldon Johnson last year, didn't he start?
I know. I think he was bench.
Was he? I feel like, I don't know. All right, I hear you, but I don't know. All right, maybe he started 2 years ago. Maybe I'm.
I think he was a starter before Wemby got there.
That's what I know, but yeah, and with Wemby, I just thought they didn't like work well together personally. That's
maybe I could move to the bench. Yeah,
but I like Jaime Jaquez. I think he's doing a great job on the Heat. I think he's somebody that the Heat should probably build around. That's probably who I'd go with. But you think Keldon Johnson?
Yeah, honestly, Keldon Johnson should win the award, but I do like Reed Shepherd. He has been a nice little shooting option for the Rockets.
That's a valid point.
Yeah. So if you don't want to go with number one overall, I'd like a Reed Shepherd to maybe a little sprinkle here.
I feel that. That's what's up. I like the underdog, Phil. I'm sorry. I think Isaiah Stewart all the way at the bottom. I mean, those 6-man centers really do add so much to your team.
Yep.
Like he's gonna have a spotlight on him in the playoffs. If he plays horribly, you'll know. And
with a potential Charlotte versus Detroit matchup, we'll see because we know what happened last time. They were brawling.
I'm just saying.
Also, most improved player odds: Nickeil Alexander-Walker, SGA's cousin, that's favorite, then Jalen Duren, Denny, and Jalen Johnson. Personally, I would like Denny here.
I hear you. Denny's played really well. He played a great game realistically this year. I think both Hawk players look good to me. I think they're going with Alexander Walker just because he was younger. I mean, I don't know. I also like Jalen Duren. I think he had improved this year. I think he's a huge reason why the Pistons are still number one. When Cade went out, you know what I mean? He was the leader of that team. Straight up and down, I think. I don't know.
Most of these guys are number one or number two options. I think Nickeil Alexander-Walker is like a third option, maybe, on the Hawks.
Yeah, that's why I think he probably wins it. But Jalen Johnson is the number one option. So that's why I'm like, most improved. He was great last year. Pay attention. No offense.
He's got injured, yeah.
Oh, that's why? Okay, I guess.
Yeah, he got injured. He was having an amazing year.
Are we really counting? Is this the NBA's like comeback player of the year or something? I'm just saying. Okay, my bad. Apologies.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
I just don't. I see it as most improved as like, okay, you worked on your game, you progressed through your game, the stats have seen. You know what I mean? That's more of where I look at most improved.
Also,
but I mean, everyone's got their own definitions.
I think Ryan Rollins should be on here, but
okay.
If the Bucks won more games, actually made the play-in, I think his name would be up here. But since the Bucks didn't do much, it's hard to focus on Ryan Rollins.
I hear you.
Yeah, so he had a big jump from points per game. So yeah, but yeah, I'd go with Denny.
I hear you. Denny looks good.
Okay, next up we got Rookie of the Year.
Oh, jeez.
And this was before the play-ins. So Cooper Flag is your favorite. And yeah, the preseason. Yeah, imagine if you sprinkled a little Concanople before the preseason. That would have been amazing. But
I was looking at stats. On Concanople because I think I said either last podcast or the podcast before I had Cooper Flag. And Elijah was good to have me look at those stats. It's very close. It's very Concanople.
And also, if people are saying last night's or 2 nights before play-in game affects your pick on Rookie of the Year, you shouldn't vote.
You don't think so?
No, it is a regular season award. The play-in and playoff should not matter.
I believe in play-in and play. I'm sorry. I think hear me out. He had a really bad game?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think, no offense, hear me out. If they make the plan, if they win one more game, and he has a really good playoffs, that needs to be highlighted as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna hold his worst game against him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
he shot 2 for 12 and 0 for 6 from 3.
He's gonna have better nights than that, especially if they go to the playoffs.
6 total points.
It's just like no offense, I can look at a bad night and go, okay, he had a bad night. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I personally, I think, like I said last week, I believe Concanapo is my rookie of the year just because
he's gonna hit a 3 in the playoffs, Phil, and it's gonna go wild in Charlotte. I'm just saying, people are gonna go wild in Charlotte. Like
they did when versus the Magic. I mean, versus the Heat with the Kobe White 3 to send overtime. So yeah, but I think Concanapo and Cooper Flagg's stats are close, which I think is a problem. One is a clear bona fide number 1 option. One is the 3rd or 4th option.
Sure.
So yeah, if Cooper Flagg did have maybe like a wider margin of stats between him and Con, I would give it to him. But yeah, I think Con, I think he has been putting. If you're putting up nearly similar numbers as Cooper Flagg and your 3rd option,
to be fair, they double team the 1st option against a lot of teams. I'm just saying, like what I'm saying is defensively, Cooper Flagg is facing way more than Concanapo is, and I mean Concanapo running under the radar to now, it's been great. It's really worked for him. You know what I mean? Especially because I think in the next coming years, you're going to see doubles on him, especially on the perimeter. So, I mean, I hear your point, though. That's a very good point. I think Concanapo definitely could win this, and Cooper Flagg could drop it, but that's probably, I guess, still got Cooper.
And finally, the NBA MVP odds, which we found out earlier today. Ant Edwards is ineligible for not MVP, but other player awards because he did not meet the 65-game requirement. But the NBA did rule Luka Doncic and Cade Cunningham are eligible for awards this year.
Why did they rule that? Did they had 65 games?
They had a case where, due to unforeseen circumstances, they hit 64 games, but they're 1 game short. So Cade had the punctured lung, and then Luka obviously got injured for the last 5 or 6 games of the year.
Okay, cool. That's interesting that they made those exemptions. I don't really. I think personally that shows you why the 65-game rule is stupid.
Yeah,
maybe bring it down to 60.
Ant didn't get it.
I'm just saying
he played 61 games, but
you bring it down to 60, you add Ant in this. I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I get the point of a need, but it's just. I think there's a give and take. I don't know. You know what I mean? And that's why I think the 65-game rule is dumb. I think if you move down to 60 or 55, sure. But
yeah. So with that information,
who do you got as your MVP? You got Luka because they
personally, yeah, I personally am sticking with Luka just because he's 1 game short of the 65-game rule, but he has the worst team out of these 3.
Sure.
And I believe he's put up the biggest amount of stats.
I'd say in that month.
Yeah, March
whole year. Yeah. I really like what Wemby did this year. I know I've been really glossing Wemby, but I'm just saying, him for the last 2 years going out to now, I think he should be in these MVP talks, and I'm happy he's 2nd. I do think Luka should be probably 2nd or 3rd, realistically. But I mean, Shea has had a very good year with stats wise, and I think that's why he's there. I kind of agree with Elijah. I don't think it's his year though. I mean, what do you think about the Joker? Do you think he should even be there?
He's been putting up numbers better than his MVPs, but I think he deserves to be there.
I just think you got to compare him to his other MVPs. Did he do better than those years? You know, and that's just I think that's the negative of the MVP because, no offense to me, if you're going to win MVP multiple times, you have to outproduce some other year. You know what I mean? Put up those numbers, but it's got to be at least close. You know what I mean?
Yep. Because I think if we're looking at it, Jokic this year is averaging 27, 10, and 12. The same as last year.
Phil, is that kind of crazy, low-key, that I compare MVPs to themselves a little bit?
I mean, I think it's a fair case because he won the MVP in 2023, 2024.
Yeah.
His stats were 26, 9, and 12. And this year, when he's eligible for MVP again, it's better stats, 27, 10, and 13. So
okay, so he's got a case. He's got a case, but
yeah. This and if you compare it to his past MVP years, this would probably be one of his best years of his career.
I hear you. Definitely could be in the running. I hear you.
Yeah. So yeah, he's been better every single year, even from his MVP years.
I mean, you could also say that it's because the production on his team has gone down, but here you don't have Michael Porter Jr. anymore. You don't. I mean, you got some other people. You got Murray still. I mean, you got. I don't know. I like the Joker. I don't even know if he cares about that award. Do you think he cares?
He just cares about his horses. We know.
Honestly, I hope they win, bro. That's what I'm rooting for. I'm rooting for Joker's horses to win this summer. You know what I'm saying?
So before we talk about some World Cup to end the show, we're gonna go over our NBA playoff picks. Oh, wait, before we go into that, let's talk about the play-in game so far.
Okay.
So,
I watched a little bit of it. They didn't put them on ESPN. They were like weird this year.
Yeah, they're on Prime.
They're on Prime. That's what it was.
So first up,
hear me out before we start this. Do you think the government's going to sue the NBA now?
For which one?
Did you hear about the NFL getting sued by the government for putting it on Prime and Netflix?
Yeah.
I mean, is this not, no offense, the same thing? Public access. You know what I mean? You should have public access.
Yeah, it could potentially be it down the road. So
I just think some of these big billionaire, like, I get that you're signing these mega deals, but at the same time, don't forget about your fans. My bad. Sorry, I don't mean to be like that. I'm just.
So let's go with
punish the NBA.
Yeah, let's go with the the Hornets first. The Hornets and Heat, they played on Tuesday. This was a amazing game to start off the play-in. It went to overtime thanks to Kobe White hitting a three. And then in overtime, LaMelo Ball got a turnover, which almost cost his team the game, but he got the ball back and hit the game-winning layup, and Miles Bridges blocked the potential game winner for Miami. But the biggest story from that game was Bam Adebayo left in the second quarter due to a lower back injury after he fell, and some might say the cause of the fall could be LaMelo Ball grabbing Bam's ankle as he's falling down. Make it worse.
Do not eject him for that. Should you not eject him for that?
I wouldn't be upset if he got ejected. That seems like an ejectable offense, or maybe like flagrant 2 at worst.
That's what a lot of people were saying, and no offense, I kind of agree with it, just because that's also their best player.
Before, so
this is a 1-point game. That was their best player. Don't you think that ball goes to him at the end?
Yeah, and plus this was the second quarter.
Yeah, it would have completely affected the whole game, which is, I don't know I'm exactly about that, but that's a suspendable offense. I don't mean to go
plus, I think Bam said him and Ball have not talked yet, but he definitely does want to talk to him to see what was his mindset about.
Did you see what his dad said?
Oh yeah, he was calling Nick Wright and someone else a clown for saying that.
But also he was saying, he was like, if my hand's down there, of course I'm swiping at their leg. I was like,
yeah,
okay, whatever. That's why you didn't play in the league.
Still better than Michael Jordan, though.
Is he?
1v1 LeVar Ball versus Michael Jordan. LeVar Ball.
Bro, there's not enough money in the world that could watch that, but I would pay it just to watch Michael Jordan just yam on him. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like that.
Yeah, but yeah, shout out to the Hornets. Yeah, this was a terrible game from 3 for them, but they managed to get the job done. So even though it's not under the best of circumstances.
And that's why it's like, no offense, like they're playing the Pistons now, so it's right or
yep.
They
have to face the Magic still.
So they got to face the Magic. I kind of am rooting for the Magic, low key in the last one. I don't know. I'd like the Hornets to beat the Magic just so they have to like put the Pistons up against somebody. You know what I mean, like a real team.
Yeah.
But this put a sour grape in my mouth, Phil. No offense. That game.
But bright side, here's a better game that we can focus on. The Blazers and the Suns. The Suns were up the majority of the game. The Blazers, thanks to Denny Advia, 40-point, almost triple-double, 41, 7, and 12. They helped lift the Blazers to the first playoff appearance in a while. So,
congrats to him.
Definitely did choke the game here.
And see, no offense, Phil, that's why playoffs should matter, okay? Because if we could see Denny, it should be clear-cut. He should win an award this year. I'm just saying, right?
Yeah, I mean, he was the first-time All-Star, so I mean, pretty sure.
No, but like hear me out. I don't mean to be like that, and this is where you can tell me to shut up. But like, basically, like, I mean, like if you could add playoff stats, that's a stat that you would do. Like, okay, like it would just push someone over. You know what I mean? Maybe not, but I hear you.
In a debate, maybe, but play-in.
Definitely in a debate. I'm just saying.
Have their own stat, I believe, as well. I don't think
Play-in's a hard game because everyone's got your eyes on you. But I mean, that's also something I'm looking to see. Last year it was on public access. This year it was on Prime. Is the numbers the same for the play-in? We'll find that out later. But I'm just saying.
Once it wraps up, they'll probably give the numbers.
Just look that up for me later. I'm just wondering. No offense.
Yeah, I mean, I think once the play-ins are officially done after Friday, I think they'll give the numbers.
Okay, cool.
Okay, next up, the Magic and Sixers. This was last night. Yeah, Paolo Banchero was struggling this game. 7 for 22 from the field and 0 for 5 from 3. He looked like Ben Simmons the way he was hesitating from shooting. So, yeah, but without Embiid, the Sixers won.
You said Ben Simmons?
Yeah.
That's just damn.
He was looking scared to shoot. That's
a mark of death. I don't mean to be like that, but
and he's the number 1 overall pick. So
I hear you, but that's they compared Ben Simmons to LeBron James and he melted down. That's crazy. Woo. Do you think he can work on his game, or do you think he's mentally locked up?
I still think he has a chance to improve.
Okay, cool. Sorry. Ben Simmons is mentally locked up. He's a fisherman now.
Yep. So are you talking about Ben Simmons, or are you talking about Paulo?
I'm talking about Ben Simmons. He's a fisherman.
Oh, no, he's done.
Yeah. I mean, he's a professional fisherman, if that helps. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't think he's getting in the NBA or basketball ever again. So
yeah. He could play overseas, maybe.
Yeah, possibly. Next up, the Warriors and Clippers. This was an amazing battle. The Clippers were up 13 in the fourth quarter, but then we saw a masterclass from 2 people. Steph Curry, he had 35 points and 7 threes, and we saw a defensive masterclass from Draymond Green, who held Kawhi Leonard to only 1 bucket in the fourth quarter total.
That was needed as hell.
Yep, and Kawhi after the game said Draymond Green is a Hall of Fame level defender. So it was a masterclass, and the Warriors were playing on a minutes restriction as well.
Was that a question though? Was that like? I feel like that was pretty known. Was that, you know what I mean?
Oh no, that's obvious. But some people,
I mean, maybe he's just an exclamation point. You know what I mean? After that,
yeah.
But that's funny, but also nice. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's super well known, but at the same time, nice to hear. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So yeah, the Clippers organization. Oh,
I need to blow that up too. I should have mentioned that in my disappointments. They had a horrible year this year. They cut Chris Paul. They lost the play-in, right? They traded James Harden.
They went 9 for 22, and then they came back just to get eliminated in the play-in. It's crazy.
I mean, props on them for coming back, but it's been a shaky year for them.
Also, Chris Paul posted something after the game. He was talking shit.
What he post? Pull that up. You gotta pull it up. God. Oh my God. What Chris Paul post?
It's basically a meme of a guy in a funeral jacket.
That's right.
It's basically said R.I.P. Bozo or something like that.
That's right. No offense, I don't mean to be like that, but if you have a veteran player who is at the end of his career, and let's say he's on a tour or whatever, you know what I mean? The last year he's going to play, he just plays, wants to see fans. I feel like that's a free pass to not get ridiculed. You know what I mean? To not say, hey, you should blow up your franchise. When you have nobody like that, like who are we rooting for? No, I don't mean to. There you go.
Yeah. So basically, this meme is it's the R.I.P. Bozo meme.
R.I.P. Bozo. I mean, it is what it is. Get his last laugh. Hell yeah.
As you can see, top left, CP3, his check mark. This was posted 7 minutes after the Clippers season ended.
That's funny as hell.
So yeah,
that's so funny.
That's what they get.
It is what they get.
Yeah,
I think they should have kept him on the roster. You know what I mean? Like,
yep. And now look what happens. So, also before we get into our playoff picks, the last play-in games are tomorrow. The last seed, the 8th seed, is up for grabs for the East and West. First up, let's go with the Hornets and the Magic. Well, you said earlier you're rooting for the Magic because what happened with the Heat. So.
Yeah, honestly, but
yeah, I've lost all confidence in the Magic. I'm going with the Hornets to win this one.
Wait, didn't the Magic lose though? How are they playing in the play-in?
That was for the 7th seed.
Okay, that was for the 7th. Oh, so they go to the 8th. Gotcha, makes sense.
Yep. So they have one final chance. If they lose, they're out. If they win, they get the 8th seed.
Yeah, I'm probably rooting for the Magic. It's unfortunate, but I mean, I just don't. I thought that was dirty. And they're not going to suspend LaMelo for that game, right?
Nope, he got fined $60K and
Only $60K.
Yep,
Not
that's
even
what
$100,000.
he says. This guy makes $30 million a year, and he only got fined $60K. That's pocket change for him. Which I agree.
Why doesn't he do that again? He can do that all he wants. $60K. Okay.
Yep. So yeah, I got the Hornets. I know what happened was unnecessary, but I don't trust the Magic to win.
And I hope the Hornets do win if they're gonna give the Pistons, you know what I mean, some work. You know what I mean? Like I don't want it to be a sweep.
We want to see a fighting series again. We want to see them throw hands.
The hands would be interesting.
Yep. Next up, the last play-in game: the Warriors versus the Suns.
Nice.
Do we see Steph Curry pull off one last masterclass like it does against Clippers, or do we see D-Book in them? We can see Draymond Green versus Dylan Brooks.
I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, that is going to be an interesting matchup. If that's the matchup, I'll probably go Warriors here. What about you?
Yeah, I did choose the Suns to get the last seed in the West like before, but after what I saw against the Clippers, I want to see SGA versus Curry.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
This is like why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, those are all play-in picks. Let's get into our actual playoff bracket. Now this is just personal picks. You give what you want, and I give what I want, and we can just go from there. So. First up, Thunder versus the 8th seed and the Suns or Warriors. I think we both agree that Thunder is going to win here.
Probably. I think it goes to 6. I know that's probably.
Yeah, I'll say 5.
I just think if Steph Curry puts on a show, it'll be 6. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
We'll give Curry benefit of the doubt. Go 6.
Benefit of the doubt.
Next up, Lakers versus Rockets. Personally, I have the Rockets here. No Luka, no AR for Lakers.
No, I hear you.
But the Rockets would seem like the type of team to blow this opportunity.
Yeah, they've been blowing a lot of things all year. Pause.
I'm glad you.
I really want to go Lakers, but they also choked last year. Pause in the playoffs. It's a hard one. I'll probably go Houston.
Yeah,
Zach was at that Houston game. I'll go Houston.
I'm gonna say Houston at 6.
6? Yeah, I would say 6.
Yeah, because I think LeBron should be able to grab like 1 or 2, one home game, and maybe down the road.
Well, it just sucks that they get eliminated at home, right?
Yep. They did last time. So next up, Nuggets versus Timberwolves. I got Nuggets.
I got Nuggets too. I think 7 though.
Yeah.
I think it's a very close series.
6 or 7 game series. Next up, Blazers versus Spurs. I think it's gonna be built to ass. I think it's gonna be 4. Maybe 5.
I'd say 5 or 6. 5. Yeah. Just because I think San Antonio will stumble a little bit with one game.
True. Yeah, I'm gonna give Denny 1 game. Next up, the Pistons versus the Hornets, the Magic. I think either way, it should be a 6-game series, 5 or 6 game series.
I think this could go 7. I know that's crazy to say, but we'll put 6.
We'll put right in the middle. Good.
Because Detroit's good. Detroit's really good.
Next up, Cavs versus Raptors. I think this could be a 6-game series for the Cavs.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. Next up, a revival of a heated rivalry from 5 years ago. No Trae Young, but the Hawks and the Knicks.
What do you think? 6 or 7?
I think this will be the Knicks should win in 6, personally.
I would say 5, but I hear you.
Yeah,
I don't think we'd win Atlanta. I mean, maybe. I think we'd finish it off in New York, but I hear you.
Go 5. Next up, wow, 98 to 2%. Oh, this is a graphic you see when the Celtics lose a series. Like, look what happened before the pick'ems. But yeah, it should be Celtics in 5. Worst case scenario, 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's head over to the semifinals.
Are you worried at all about the 76ers?
I think if Embiid's healthy, maybe, but I think we should be able to. Plus, they didn't play Tatum all year, so
it's going to be interesting what happens.
They should be able to handle business in 5 or 6 games.
Yeah.
Okay, Thunder Rockets.
Thunder.
Yeah, Thunder in 5 or 6, maybe
6.
Yep. Nuggets Spurs. Now this Jokic versus Wemby. This is going to be electric.
I think this might be a 7-game series.
Yeah, I agree. Who are you leaning towards? I'm leaning towards Nuggets in 7.
I'm leaning towards Spurs in 7.
Ooh.
I know.
I'll give you this one.
Really? Okay, cool. That's what's up. Appreciate that. Oh, you're gonna take the Boston, New York one, aren't you? All right. We'll do Pistons, Cavaliers. How many games do you think?
I'm thinking 6 or 7.
Okay. I do think there's going to be a sweep. I do think there are going to be some teams that go in 5. I think realistically, hopefully 6, because Boston or New York has to face them next.
Yeah.
All right. It's all you. It's your pick. Go ahead.
Personally, I do think it's going to be a long series. I don't think there's going to be no quick series here, especially with the Knicks. It's always going to be a nice series versus these guys. So I'm going to say, personally, 6 or it's going to be Celtics in 6 or 7.
Okay. I could see 6. But I mean, 7 would be nice.
Yeah.
7 would be in Boston. So that's probably what happens.
Yeah.
I don't think you close out New York. No offense.
We can say 7. I'm happy with that.
I think you definitely would win at home. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, it would be tough.
It'd be
Next
a
up,
tough game.
Thunder versus Spurs. It looks like we're getting 1 and 2 versus 1 and 2.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, you're right.
Bad imagination.
I got Thunder in. I think it's gonna be a 7-game series because the Spurs did beat them in the regular season like 3-1. But as we learned from the Celtics and Knicks series last year, that doesn't mean much. So I think this will be more competitive. I got the Thunder in 7.
Sure, Thunder in 7.
Okay. So wow,
This is where it's a coin flip, dog. I don't mean to be like that, but
apparently not according to the fans.
okay.
But
Well, yeah, there's a lot of Boston fans out there, of course.
true.
What's your percentage on that? I can't see it.
60% of fans picked the Celtics to win the Eastern Conference Finals. 18% of fans picked the Pistons.
Hold on, I don't mean to be like that, but go back and put the Knicks in. I just want to see what the odds would be if we played the Pistons. 6. Okay.
14.
Wow. All right. Cool. Got it. Got it. That's cool. That's cool.
Wait, I'm just curious to see what the Cavs were.
The disrespect is crazy.
Okay, right side.
I
It's
can't
not
talk about
the lowest.
Colin Harry yet.
It's not the lowest.
Okay, well,
The
whatever.
Cavs were 5%. So
Are they? I
yeah,
don't believe that. But all right.
yeah. So yeah.
All right, whatever. Did you see the Colin Cowher thing?
What did you say?
Oh, he said talked about Jalen Brunson. I was just like, dog, he's talking before the playoffs because Boston and Detroit and I don't know at 76. Everybody looks strong. Congrats. That's great. Why don't we just watch what happens? But he's
Also, as well, I've also had my reserves about Jalen Brunson, and
that's fine.
About
have your reserves. If he wins, it's the same thing as Tatum. In your face, he won. What you said is like I'm not saying you, but like what I'm saying is what he said should get him kicked off the air if the Knicks win.
What did he say exactly?
I'll send. I think I saved it. What he was like, he can never win as a number 1 option. And if he does win as a number 1 option, he should lose his job. No offense. I don't mean to be like that.
I think a lot of people said that. So
no, but like no,
Becky Hammond
said that on national TV.
Yeah,
Steve Nash said that.
Becky Hammond was the first one that said it.
Becky Hammond is not. I mean, all right, whatever. I hear you.
Becky Hammond said it. Nick Wright said it. The tabloid said it. So yeah, a lot of people said it.
Yeah, the tabloids, but I mean, it's just. I mean, I'm not counting that. I'm counting a real sports thing, but I mean, it is what it is. They straight up said it right before the playoffs, right now.
No, they said it like Becky
a year
Hammond
ago,
like 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's 3 years. Look how dumb Becky Hammond looks right now.
Well,
3 years ago, the Knicks, when they signed Jalen Brunson for $100 million, everyone was like, oh, what an idiot ass thing. And look at where they are now. I'm just saying they have a way better chance than what they put out there.
Well, I mean, technically, Becky Hammond isn't wrong for what she said yet.
He is wrong, though. He has become a number 1 option to a point where he's won games.
Oh, no. Becky Hammond said you can't win a championship with him as number 1 option. That's what she said.
That's interesting. That's an interesting thing. But I mean, they did win a championship. They won the play-in tournament. That is their championship. If we're talking basics,
the NBA Cup, yep.
The NBA Cup is. I mean, that would be proven wrong. Sorry, I don't mean to be like that. He would be the number 1 option on an NBA Cup team. It was a 1-game series. I totally understand. You got to go through the whole playoffs. But
Also,
I'm not calling Becky Hammond out right now. I'm calling Colin Cowherd out because he made it right before the playoffs. He put out this prediction to look so smart, right? What happens when it's wrong? What happens when it's wrong is ESPN or Fox really should be like, hey, we're wasting our money paying this guy to speak.
Colin Cowherd
is that wrong.
He is the same guy who said, LeBron James, you can lead the league now. We have Ben Simmons. We're good. He's the same guy.
My point, like, dog, I don't mean to be like that, but like, how long are we going to let this guy talk if he's that categorically wrong?
Also, Embiid is out for the series starting against Boston.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yep. But I mean, also with my reserves for Jalen Brunson, it's mostly some of the same sentiments, but I can also admit that he's been one of the best playoff performers we've seen in the last 2
And
years.
that's all I'm not saying that he can't. I'm not saying that he automatically is a sure thing. I'm saying let him play. What he's done for the last 2 years in the playoffs is worth like, hey, he could. It's a possibility.
Multiple 40-point games, I believe. 40
in a row.
Yeah. So yeah, even though I do agree with some of what they're saying, but I can also give credit where Jalen Brunson has excelled at in the playoffs. He's been a great
player. And by the way, I don't mean to help Becky Hammond's point out, but she said that, I'm pretty sure, after the Knicks were massively struggling at the end. You know what I mean?
I forgot when she said it. I have to look that up though.
Look it up when she said it. But like what I'm saying is like I don't take that as a disrespectful thing if the Knicks lose a series and that's your overall outcome of it. Oh, I don't think he can win as the number one option. Fine, absolutely. I totally hear you. Your results have backed up what you have said. But for Colin Cowherd to just come out and be like, you know what? He still will never win. I'm like, all right, bet. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Hey, we'll see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
Winning solves everything.
It does. It solves a lot of things.
Who do we have for Pistons Celtics?
I guess Celtics probably.
I'm gonna say Celtics and 7.
Sure. And then you really do have to toss a coin up for OKC Celtics. I don't know.
Yeah. So 33% of fans have the Thunder winning. 13% of fans have the Celtics winning. Yeah, personally, I don't think the Celtics have the roster to win a championship against the Thunder, but I would love to be proven wrong. But no bias, unbiased opinion, I have the Thunder to win in like 6.
Yeah, I probably in this scenario, I have it going 7. I have it going 7, and I'll give it to the Thunder. But depending on how Jason Tatum does in the playoffs is where it happened. Oh, you like Cleveland? That's what's up. Who do we have? Cleveland. We had Cleveland going against. What do you think about them against Detroit? Just wondering. But yeah, I don't know. I think it goes 7. Cleveland too. You know what I mean? Hell yeah! Congrats to y'all, Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, honestly, it all depends on what they can do because they've been disappointing, especially last year against the Pacers. But now you add someone who's had playoff disappointment in James Harden, especially in Game 7. Sure. It's going to be a very, very tall task. And I think a lot of people mostly should have the same reserves about the Knicks as they do about the Cavs, just because they got Donovan Mitchell at the same time the Knicks got Jalen Brunson, and we haven't heard as much criticism about Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs, just like the Knicks and Jalen Brunson. So
and Jalen Brunson has done more. No offense.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson has done more. Yeah.
I'm not trying to like shine a lot. Like it is what it is. Like, and you gotta. I don't want to say an equal or whatever star. Like, name me the Knicks you think are in category order, because people are saying Towns had a down year. People are saying Brunson can't lead. People are saying OG can't defend. I'm like, okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what Mikal Bridges. What I understand, was he worth all those picks? To some people, maybe not. But last year to Boston, he was worth every single pick. No offense, Phil. Don't mean to be like that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, his
defense was worth it. You know what I mean? I don't mean to be like he has another series like that. It's worth the contract for me. I don't mean to be like that. A guy that shows up in the playoffs, sure.
Also, what I think with the Knicks being such a big market team, it allows the failures of like a Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs to go right under the radar, because you can have the same reserves about the Knicks as they should about the Cavs. Donovan Mitchell went to Cleveland the same time as Jalen Brunson went to the Knicks, and they've had more failures.
That's a great point.
Than the Knicks. I don't think Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs have been to an Eastern Conference Finals yet.
That's a great point, but realistically, it's because LeBron won in Cleveland. They're not as hungry. They're nowhere near as hungry. I don't mean to be like
that was a long time ago. You gotta be fair, and you gotta be equal if you're giving up the same.
I hear you. I'm just saying New York is starving. New York is starving. That's all I'm trying to say. Like,
and plus, I thought Cleveland was going to be an Eastern Conference Final bound team before the year, and they've been wildly disappointing so far.
I mean, even with the addition of James Harden, which is crazy.
I think they're like 22-9 with James Harden, but yeah, I expected them to be a top 2 seed in the East, but the Knicks, the Pistons, and the Celtics all have better records than them, so it's been very, very underwhelming for Cleveland.
And that's why I'm excited for these series, Phil, because realistically, like, yes, you're going to struggle a game or two, but how do you bounce back? How do you come back? Is it a sweep? Can you push it to 7? Do you know what I mean? Like, that's why the playoffs are so fun. You know what I mean?
So also, wow, a perfect bracket. I think you win some money if you get it right. So how many points do you think will be in game 1 total?
Points in game 1?
I'm gonna say I don't know. I'm feeling like 220, 225.
225 is like
Like 113, 112 or something like that.
211.
You think? I don't think it's gonna be like 105. I don't think it's gonna be like 100 each. I don't know. I feel like I think each team is gonna feel like 110 or more.
Wait, are we talking about playoff game 1 of the finals?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Fuck. It'd probably be 130 to 110 or something. So probably like 240. Yeah.
Why not? YOLO.
Hell yeah. If we get cash, hell yeah. Let's get it.
Imagine. But we also have to have a perfect bracket. So.
Oh, so damn. We should fill one out for Boston and the Knicks too. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Just for the cash.
Last year I gave you guys the Knicks one, but you guys are right. So yeah.
I mean, we played well. We played well. That's all I'm trying to say. I think.
But hey, New Year, we'll see what happens.
And that's what's up. Like realistically, like I'm excited for those playoff games, but you're right. It realistically is how it like. What if? No offense, hear me out. And this is like not going to happen. This is worst case scenario. What if Jalen Brunson pulls a LaMelo ball in the middle of the series? What's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to my emotions? You know what I mean? Like you saw how pissed I was. I've been really rooting for Charlotte. Like I really like what they've been doing. Like, but like that immaturity is like in that mistake in a critical moment. Like I don't believe in the playoffs they will like in a real like playoff game.
He'll definitely get suspended for a game if he does.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't believe that it would be a $60,000 fine. I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
but
if he'll do that again, he'll definitely be suspended.
It's because they're playing another game. They're playing one more game, and it would be technically unfair to take him out. You know what I mean?
Plus, the people want to see Pistons and Hornets.
They do. The people want to see the Hornets. It's unfortunate, but it's true.
Also, that is our NBA talk for the segment. John, you got some World Cup stuff you want to bring up before we head
out? Got some World Cup stuff I want to bring up. So basically, the World Cup is coming this summer, and there's been some announcements. No one is allowed to tailgate or drive to a stadium. That is a first big announcement. So you'll have to take public transit to then the stadium. That is looking like it's going to cost upwards to $100, which is nuts because it's a 700% increase from what the ticket normally is of $12.95 for a 12-minute ride. It seems insane. Phil, I just thought I'd bring it up to see what your thoughts are. It's also happening at Gillette Stadium, so it's not like it's only MetLife. Oh, by the way, they can't have corporate sponsors, so they're renaming the stadiums. And the MetLife Stadium is New York, New Jersey Stadium in New Jersey. I'm just putting that out there. I do think there are going to be some positives from this World Cup, this FIFA thing. I do think the bars and restaurants are going to be very fun. I think it's unfortunately you might get taxed a little bit. I think some of the politicians are looking to reap the reward because FIFA's not paying into public transit. So I think that's why the high costs are going to be there. But I do think some of the restaurants are applying to stay open later to host all the games. It's gonna be really welcoming, and I think it'll bring a lot of communities together. But
a lot of people will make some money during that time because
and I'm sorry to bring it up like a negative thing because it's not so negative, but like $100, Phil, to get to the game. What are we talking about? Like
I saw that post. I didn't see with the tailgating one, but I did see the transit news. That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's like I saw the thing about Gillette Stadium. I was just like, damn. So it's everywhere, and I'm like, imagine the people in Philly. Imagine the people in Boston. Imagine the people in Dallas. Imagine the people in Los Angeles. None of these people can come out and come together and play outside the game. That just you're taking the fun out of football or soccer, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? It's just to me, it's a negative thing, and I just thought I'd bring it up because I don't know. I think realistically, we're in a time where every dollar does count, and $100 to go to a game before you even buy a ticket to a game that's going to be too expensive.
And today's
is ridiculous. That's all I'm saying. But I just wanted to bring it up, see what you thought about it. Are you looking forward to the World Cup?
Absolutely. I'm a big Messi guy, so hopefully.
Yeah, Messi and Ronaldo will be there. Other big names will be there. I'm excited to see what the United States does. It's going to be interesting. I'm excited that the final is at New Jersey Stadium. It's going to be called. That's what I'm going to call it from now on.
Not MetLife.
No, it's because they won't do corporate sponsors, so they have to take down all the corporate sponsorship for 6 months. They're also adding in grass that the NFL owners are going to rip out in the next 6 months that costs $7 million. So there's a lot of wasted money here. I just want to put that out there. There's a lot of wasted money here.
They do not want to play on what the NFL players play on because
it's ridiculous. Yeah, and I think that's the thing that I am most looking forward to this summer is watching a game without injuries.
Yeah, because I think Messi, he had to play in some arenas with the same kind of grass, and he literally said he DMP'd himself like, I'm not playing if this is the grass. So he literally sat out of the games because of grass.
Yeah, I mean, because realistically, like he's of that age. Imagine he goes, he steps like Mickey Mantle stepped in a drain in Yankee Stadium was never the same. So like
he gets one major injury, he's done.
Like that's where it's like, and he's I don't want to say a godsend, but like we should take care of our veterans. You know what I mean? There's a reason why. I know this is going to sound crazy, but there's a reason why I love watching LeBron James at 41 because I can go, hey, that guy's 41. I got something to look up to. I got something to live for. You know what I mean? Like he's still taking care of his body, and I think that's really realistically the bigger picture here. You know what I mean? As you get older, it's how you take care of your body and how you do what you love. You know what I mean? So
avocado ice cream and stuff like that, like Brady.
Yeah, I mean Brady did that a lot too. I mean, it's they love the game that much. They're willing to take care of themselves, and like realistically, that's a big
health, wellness, and recovery. So
yeah. I mean, if I had $1 million, that's what I'd be spending on. I don't mean to be like that, but like hell yeah,
absolutely. So hey, that is the pod for the week. Just a reminder, me and Elijah have a WrestleMania predictions. It will be out tomorrow around noon. So make sure you stay tuned into that. Also, it's WrestleMania weekend, so me and Lando will be live doing a watch party and doing our color commentary on the PLE Saturday and Sunday at 6 p.m. So make sure you tune in. Make sure you put on notifications and so you know when we go live for the watch party. And yeah, thank you for tuning in on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Thank you for tuning in, listening on the audio platforms.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, feel free to follow the socials down below to stay up to date with everything. And with that being said, that has been the pod. Thank you all for tuning in. And we are out. Have a great day. Enjoy the weekend.
You too. Peace.
Did you feel this way when you fell in love with Jean?
Oh, look. I felt that way lots of times.
He's a producer?
Hey, I'm looking for Mrs. Bubblegum. Yeah, you know I need the sweet love, cocoa butter kisses that I could only dream of. Making people want the love we have when they see us. I love ya, I want ya, girl, I really need ya. Is it real? Is it real? See, I don't want to question it. Is it real? Is it real? I think that's a definite. I thank God every day, cause yeah, she really heaven sent. See, God don't make mistakes. My baby's really evidence. Kisses on the cheek that I can't get enough of. You keep the smile on my face from sun up to sun up. I take you out on dates and I could buy you roses. See, I know this ain't perfection, but this really the closest. The fuss